Don't people have the right to do what they want with their bodies?
Why does the church even care about what I'm doing with other people? It's my life.
Everywhere I look, everybody's cheating, and it actually seems pretty normal.
We live in a culture today that essentially tells us you can express yourself sexually any way you want as long as you don't hurt anybody else. In other words, we make up our own sexuality, we make up its meaning, and we live it out any way that we please. That is so different from God's plan for us. When you think about it, the human person is this beautiful integrity of body, soul, mind, and heart. And so if I give myself to another sexually, bodily, the rest of me, that mind, soul, and heart comes along. I give myself completely. And so our sexuality gets to the very core of who we are. Promiscuity, infidelity, essentially sells us the lie that I can somehow separate my body and my sexuality from the rest of me and just do this for pleasure in the moment. Our sexuality implies a commitment, a relationship, both to God, but also to a lifelong vocation, whether that's marriage or priesthood or religious life, or living as a single person in the world. That we are called to take all of our sexual energy, our desire, our love, and to channel that into the relationships that we have embraced. That is the definition of fidelity. That is why the 6th commandment, thou shalt not commit adultery, and the 9th commandment, thou shalt not covet your neighbor's wife or husband, really put that limit for us to say, embrace the relationships that are in your life. Be faithful to them. We can think sometimes that we can sin secretly and that it doesn't matter, and yet every sin fractures the human body and the church. And so to be faithful in our sexuality, to be faithful in our commitments, to realize that our heart has been given to another. There may be moments of temptation, but we are not called to act out every feeling that passes through our minds and hearts. And so temptation is an invitation for us to embrace again the fundamental commitments that we have made. Marriage, family are the building blocks of our society and our church. To be faithful to them is to be faithful to that love of Christ that is this unconditional stance of God towards us. When we live out our commitments with passion, with courage, with generosity and fidelity, we are living out the plan of God for the world, and we become the best people that we can be.
It's the year of faith, and we're connecting Christ and the Catechism of the Catholic Church. Ignite your faith. Share this video with a friend and spark up a spirited conversation today. So what's the next C4 all about? We invite you to come back and see for yourself.